Hello and welcome back to another new vlog. Happy spring break. We very surprisingly had a snow day on Friday, so our spring break got off to a bit of an early start. I mentioned in my last vlog I still had a few things that I needed to get done before spring break officially starts. So here I am working through some to-dos. That way I can really take the full week off and feel good when we're coming back from our break. We were not able to go anywhere for spring break. As some of you know, my husband Andrew is in PA school. He is not able to take any time off this year as he's going through his rotations. We do have some smaller trips planned, but are definitely looking forward to his graduation in August. For now, I have filled this week with appointments and I'm happy to be here to get some things done. I always like to do a deep clean before breaks. I need to do an April reset, film some things for social media, and hopefully have some time to get ahead on some lesson planning and prepping for the rest of the school year. Coming back from spring break, we only have 10 weeks left of school. I already know that the end of the year is about to fly by with wrapping up units in all subjects, field trips, we have state testing coming up, special events, just all those fun end of the year things. I definitely want to get some lesson planning and prepping done today. But first, I have another priority. I need to very quickly film a sponsored TikTok. I said that I would film and get it over on Friday. Obviously, I was not able to do that. I really did not want to postpone a full week. Thankfully, our building was open this week, so I made it a priority to stop by and get that done today. I'm going to do that video first, and then we'll get to the rest of my to-dos for today. Video is all filmed and done. Hopefully you see that soon. Now I'm going to move on to a classroom clean and reset. Obviously I had to adjust my plans after our snow day, so I'm going to start with our schedule and board, and then I'm going to move over to my number corner. I need to reset that for April. I'm super excited that it's officially time to pull this book out for read aloud, Gregor the Overlander. This has been a class favorite the past 2 years. My class last year even convinced me to read on the second one for a whole class read aloud, and I still have 5th graders coming back to borrow the rest of the series to finish it up. If you're looking for a new read aloud 4th or 5th grade, my readers and I would definitely recommend this book and series, Gregor the Overlander. All of that reset, I'm officially ready to roll for Monday. I was thinking that I just switched their seats out last week, so I don't think that I need to do that today. Plus, moving things around like their desks and chairs and water bottles and all of that is much easier when they're here to help me and we can all do it at once. So skipping that today. I am going to look ahead to our last units, schedule some things out in my lesson plans, and see if I can get any more copies done in advance. One of the best parts about planning digitally for me is how easy I can shift things around. I can map things out a few weeks in advance and then adjust as necessary. Especially with the end of the year coming up very quickly, I want to pace things out, make sure that we're getting to everything that we need to, and just have a better idea of what we're going to do in the next 10 weeks. I did my year-long student teaching in 4th grade at this school. So this is technically the 4th time that I'm doing all of this curriculum. 3rd year of teaching, so 3rd year just solely on my own. But I have never gotten to Unit 7 in math. We have just never gotten to the point where we are moving on to Unit 7 in math. And this year I just mapped it out. We are going to be able to finish Unit 7. And just looking at the lessons and things, it looks like it's going to be a fun unit. So I'm happy that we're able to get to that this year. The more that we're able to get to, the better prepared my students will be for 5th grade, so I'm feeling good about that. Now that I know I'm going to get to Unit 7, probably through Unit 7, I'm going to go ahead and just make those copies today. That way I am done with my math copies for this year. I printed one of the science packets that I need for this next unit the other day, but I have one more that we're going to need to use. So while I'm here and making copies, I'm just going to print those as well and get it all done. These drawers have really kept me organized this year, as I've made it more of a priority to prep and plan my lessons and materials in advance. I got them from Michael's before my first year teaching, but this is the first year that I've really been able to use them as I originally intended. 3rd year and 4th grade gives me some confidence in knowing what I'm teaching, what's coming next, and especially with departmentalizing and less on my plate, I've been able to fall into some really great routines with my lesson planning and prepping. Every week before I leave on Friday, I am able to fill my daily bins with the materials needed for the following week, and then any other materials that I have prepped sit in my subject bins, organized and ready to go. Definitely it feels like it took a while to get to this point, but I'm happy to be in a routine with all of this now. Last thing I wanted to do today was grab their math test. We took this right before break. I went through and graded them, but after grading them, I also go through and fill out a rubric that looks like this every time they take a test. I figured this may be something that is easy to do at home if I feel up to it this week. These rubrics are a really important communication piece home with families. Their report cards are split into specific essential learnings and skills within each subject, so I like to keep them updated on their students' progress, especially when assessments apply. I go through each assessment and choose the essential learnings or skills that I can assess based on the test. Then I create a full rubric that I can fill in and attach to the test when I send it home in their leadership binder. Especially after adding in this test, my binders bin is going to be full of all of our latest assessments, so it's time to send home our leadership binders. We are going to fill them next week and send them home for the last time before the end of the school year. Then at the end of the school year, we are going to take everything in the binders, transfer it into their own binder that they can take home and keep as a nice story of their learning in 4th grade. I've done the binders every year. It's such a great way to organize the data and communicate home with families. It's definitely something that I plan to do again next year and would recommend to you. I'll be sure to link the resource that I use in the description box in case you're interested. I also forgot to mention another reason why I wanted to get a bit ahead of the game here. Starting the week that we come back from spring break, I am doing 6 weeks where I'm staying after school to help run a tutoring program that my school is doing that will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I have 7 more weeks of Mondays and Wednesdays staying after an extra hour and a half for Girls on the Run, then adding on the same extra hour and a half on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the after school tutoring program. So I'll be staying an extra hour and a half Monday through Thursday for the next 6 weeks. And I know that I'm not going to want to stay any later on those days to get little things like this, lesson planning and copies done. So I wanted to make sure that I got ahead. And I know that the work that I got done today will help those busy weeks feel a little bit easier. It was a quick, easy, and productive day. I'm feeling great about everything that I was able to do today. Now I'll be able to really enjoy my full week off, knowing that I will come back to an organized and prepared classroom and space. I will be vlogging the week that we come back from break, so I will see you then, and thank you for coming along with me today.